Yeah, so that's I think a practice thing. Like anything, you get better at things when you practice them. So when I was less disciplined and less had less self-respect and was less fit, which are all connected, that hump was steeper. But now I've done enough things in my life that that hump just feels like a hurdle that I know I can jump over. Like as soon as I see it, I'm like, I got that.
Right.
I don't want it's. I still feel that I don't want to. Today, for example, I did not want to go to the gym. I went for 2 hours and I left. I biked there because I was like, I'm going to use the bike there as the movement. First of all, I'm super sore because I've worked out every day for the past like 10 days straight because I'm hiking Mount Kilimanjaro and I'm like trying to like push my body to be ready for that. But I I'm sore. Like my hips hurt, my calves hurt, like I hurt. So I was like, I'll warm up on the bike. And for some reason, bike riding also just like is like a one-way ticket to childlike joy for me. Like I don't know, but like the month of July this summer, I went on a lot of bike rides and just like it's a happy place for me. And so I was like, I'm going to bike to the gym. I'm going to get there and be warm. And then I'm going to, do what I want to do. And today that was kettlebells. And it's like, if you would have looked at a version of me 3 years ago and been like, do you know what a kettlebell is? Like, I would have been like, no, like a cowbell. Like, I would not have known what that is. And today I was like, I just want to swing a kettlebell around. And that's what I did. And I had fun with it. And I also got in a really good workout. And then I had to bike home after doing a glute pump. And that was not the best decision because there are some hills on the way home. But yeah, I honestly forgot the question. But I don't know. It's just that controllable thing that makes me feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked when he said it's a hurdle that you know you can get over.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the thing I think it
So
is.
it's practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the more that I show myself that it's not as steep as I think it's going to be and that I'm more capable than I feel like I am in this moment, the more that I'm able to just get from that frozen fear into that empowered action of like, oh, I'm going to try. And like, that's how anything gets done is messy action. Like when you realize that nobody actually like 100% sure, there are people that are like have like studied things and are specialized and like there are certain things that you need certifications for. Trust me, half the coaches in Austin don't have the certifications that they need, I'm sure. But I think that you get good with practice at going over the hurdle. And then the more you do that, the higher hurdles that you can go over more easily. And then eventually you find a hurdle that like knocks you flat on your ass and you're like, all right, how am I going to plan to get over that one? And then it becomes this game. Then it becomes this thing where you're like, I like getting over hurdles. I like doing hard things. I like challenging myself. I like getting out of my comfort zone. So now that I found this thing that's a little too high for me to get over, what do I have to do in order to make that jump? And then that becomes fun. And I'm kind of at that point where like, that's actually fun for me. So then I'm just kind of doing that all the time. And the things that used to be really hard are now really easy. And not all of them, some things are still hard, but a lot of things that used to be really, really difficult for me are like second nature now. Just because I practice, just because I continued to show up in discomfort and do it anyway until it wasn't uncomfortable anymore.
What are your favorite kettlebell exercises?
I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with a good kettlebell swing. Proper form. A lot of people don't do the correct form. I love a good kettlebell swing. There's something very powerful about that. The power comes from your legs and you can kind of feel the kettlebell feel light in your hands. And there's something satisfying about that to me. I like the breathing technique of presses. It makes me like, or cleans. Sorry. It makes me feel like I'm working out. When I do the like I feel like I am in the gym right now. But I also like kettlebell flow a lot. And I'm trying to get a little bit more into that. Like today I was doing some figure eights through my legs into a lunge and just kind of like moving with the bell a little bit. And I have a friend, Curtis, who is a trainer at Squatch and also has become a dear friend. And he is like the king of flow. He actually has a business called Jump Theory and does jump rope. And like the man just like glides. He's like one with the rope. And so we started jumping rope together just like naturally at the gym. Then we did a jump rope event. We're actually going to do a series of them. So like there will be an opportunity to come jump with Curtis and I. But he taught me kettlebell flips as well. Have you ever flipped a kettlebell? Yeah. So he taught me kettlebell flips, and that was like a hyper fixation that I had for like a month and a half this summer, was doing kettlebell flips, because it's so satisfying when you get it right to just have like the smoothness of like you actually fully flip the bell, catch it, and then go down through your legs again. And yeah, that's one of the best.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I do. I think I went to like one class with a friend a while ago, and the guy would like swing it around, just to like around your body.
Yeah.
And that's the only flow-ish thing I know.
Flowy thing.
But
yeah.
I like doing that as kind of like a in between sets. So I'm still moving, still keeping my heart rate up.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I use jump rope for that now. After Curtis reintroducing me to the jump rope, because I used to jump rope as a kid. Actually, my mom loves to jump rope. Super random. My mom's like super athletic. My mom and dad were both really athletic, which is like just kind of a culture that I grew up in of like, you're going to do sports. And I was like, cool. But she loved to jump rope, and we would do that like really playfully as kids. And then Curtis brought it back, and now that's how I like keep my heart rate up in a workout. Cause you can do it pretty passively, you know, you can like control the speed and control the intensity. But if I like need a break to catch my breath, instead of just sitting there and getting on my phone or whatever, I'll just like jump rope and set my timer for a minute, and then take a couple breaths after that and keep going.